mistake. My ass has never been hotter.
Yeah,
Every
man.
time we do this, it's just a swamp ass.
Yeah.
But there's a girl who's been acting like a dog. She's been crawling around like a dog.
Oh, like
she's like a horse girl, except it's a dog girl.
Yeah. What about her?
Something. There's something there.
Look,
I'm not saying I'm jerking off to it.
Of course, dude.
Nothing like that.
Of course not.
But I was
I'd have
supposed
to
to.
kill you. I'd have
I
to
saw
kill you,
this
dude.
video and I was supposed to hate it.
Who sent it to you?
It's kind of been circulating. Has anybody seen this girl acting like a dog? She's like drinking out of a bowl in the mall.
Okay.
Wild.
Yeah.
Find out how old she is before we continue, though.
We're talking about a girl who's acting like a dog, dude.
Yeah.
Although
but
to cover
we're not
bases,
taking
we
it.
should ID the take.
We should ID this.
Well, you've pretty much already told her yourself.
I certainly did. No, I don't remember. No, I don't remember how I felt when I saw the image.
You saw a woman acting as an animal,
Yes.
and you were saying if you were a dog too.
His eyes lit up. Fuck.
She's 12.
No, it's something else.
Oh, fucking.
Hold on. Yo, here's what no one wants to talk about. If she's a dog, then does her age multiply by 7? You're looking
She
at
has
it.
to be underage.
You're looking at her in
This
dog
is a
years.
mistake.
But you're.
I did give her the dog ears because I accepted her. She identified as canine.
Exactly.
And in today's standards, I believe
She's 49.
she's a fucking geezer. You guys are killing me on this.
I think I found her name, but I'm not sure.
Not her name.
Oksana Malaya.
Sounds like a dog lady.
Different. That's the other one I was telling you about.
It's a different
Okay.
dog lady.
Yeah, and she's 36 though.
This is not her.
Okay.
This girl is definitely
Early
like
20s.
really
Yeah, your puppy girl Jenna on TikTok.
has to be her. Does she have a fat ass?
Noah,
She's ugly.
Noah, you better be right, dude.
Oh yeah. Yes, it's her.
Yes. Yes. Safe. Safe.
Slide, look up. Look at the ump.
God
That was a
damn!
close
Thank
one.
God, I had so many perverted thoughts about this.
I was like, oh,
Well, I mean,
please.
man, dude. Again, imagine now that we know she's of age, we can talk about.
First off,
pretending to be a
she's
dog.
not that. She's not. I was saying she's. What I was getting at originally was this is a classic horse girl. Horse girls are the ones that like run around acting like horses.
Yeah.
At recess.
Yeah.
You know, they would literally be like, like neigh and fucking run. This girl's doing that as a dog, and you're supposed to not. It's like a furry. She's like a furry,
Yeah.
where it's like, why is this being sexualized? You know,
The
you
fact
see
that
furries.
a hot lady's licking water out of a bowl.
Well, she's not that hot. That's the thing. It's just the act of what she's up to. What do you think? You think she's hot? Say that on the mic. Say that on the record.
She's pretty hot.
Do you
Pedo.
think that the fact that she's pretending to be a dog makes her hotter?
Well, that's what I was trying to get at, and I was trying to examine.
Sure, that's a
That's
fair
why I was
question.
bringing it up. Matt, go ahead and take a look.
We have some video.
I mean, what are you talking about? She's not hot, or people think she's not hot. Other guys, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? How is
Look,
even a
dude.
question? This is overtly sexual.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, Shane, you're 100% right.
But the dog bowl in the mall was very, very disgusting.
Oh my, dude. I really hope my crotches are being shown in this camera.
You like that?
That's overtly sexual.
You're weird.
For a girl in yoga pants to like, I mean, just
You're weird.
But fine for her to say, for that to even be a question. I didn't know you were talking about that. That's porn, dude.
Yes.
That's pornography.
Yeah, but what's funny about it is it's just a girl acting like a dog.
Yeah, but her fucking ass.
Yeah,
in
it
yoga
is her
pants.
sticking her fat ass out the whole time.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
the point of it. But it's dorks. It's two nerds being weird.
True.
And it's working.
Oh yeah, I mean, dude, there's a like you're talking about like horse girls, band chicks. There's like band chicks.
That's
sluttiness.
exactly the energy.
Like
That's the total energy is band chicks.
Yeah, like oblivious hairy leg sluttiness that you're like, God, that's kind of fucking hot.
Yeah, they were
Damn
up to it. Stringy hair.
Yeah, dude.
I'm thinking like, what? They had stringy hair. What are you two with? These two are getting horny back there. It could be a conglomeration back there. Those two boys are whispering to each other.
Oh my God, I'll fucking jerk you if you jerk me, dude.
Thank God we pulled this episode out. You gotta. When we get into the serious stuff, it bothers me.
It sucks.
It's just uncomfortable because I agree with you 100%,
Yeah,
and it's just uncomfortable. Just knowing
it sucks.
it's always, especially because always in the back of my mind is just everybody being like, fucking retards. Like,
True.
And then the other side of it, like, look what they did this week.
Yeah.
Of course, you can't let that affect you, but it does. I'll be honest.
Well, it's also tough. It's like, all right, we're going to talk for 2 hours. What's the thing we've been thinking about for fucking all week? And it's like, I just am watching
How
this.
can I portray these thoughts that I had to myself in a way that I can't get in trouble?
Yeah.
Like,
well, yeah, because then it's an admission of even thinking.
thinking
against
about it. Like, people are like,
doctrine.
"Ooh, look how scared all these comics are now." It's like, well, I'm kind of worried that just accusations can ruin you.
Also,
because I got enough people that fucking don't like me.
wait till they come from for landscapers, dude. We'll see what the fuck happens once they're like, I like to.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's bullshit. But again, all I do is think about the good stuff, dude.
Think about cool stuff like band girls with fat asses drinking out of a dish.
Horse girls, dude.
Horse girls that are hot.
Yeah, hot horse girls.
Hot horse girls is a major come up. If you can get a hold of one, they're rare because typically they have like just loaded with horse binders, mustache. They always look to me like Napoleon Dynamite with a long ponytail. They all look like Napoleon Dynamite. But
I also wonder if that was part of Gadsby's assessment, where they're like, "How long did you pretend to be a horse for?" She was like, "Half my life." And I'm like, okay. And then I became a comedian. I was a horse girl turned a comedian.
the horse girls, they all died. They are dead.
You think they
horse
died?
girls die early. None of them live.
Oh, I don't know. There should be a good rom com of like a horse girl, like there she is, that movie where the girl comes down the steps. She was like, and then she comes
She's
down,
all
she's
that.
hot. Some dude just climbs on top and fucking.
Oh man, that dog girl definitely. Ew.
What?
She definitely makes like dog noises when you fuck her.
I mean, dude. Noah, you better have her.
This. He goes,
Noah, for the record, if you
Noah's like, yo,
if you did not get her age right, we're fucked.
if you did not,
For the record,
you
Noah,
fucked us.
if you somehow saw a year and to do some bad math on us,
Honestly, we're definitely gonna Google her age as soon as this is done before we upload it.
I mean,
You can't toss that one out. That's a rough
you
grenade.
throw it out, and then if we're wrong, we commit seppuku on camera. We cut off our boners.
Yes.
We cut off our boners on cam. That bonus we didn't get to Dog Girl, by the way. I want to say for the record.
The boners were not from Dog Girl.
I'd like
They
to
were
say for the
pre-existing from.
I like to say for the record, the boners were not for Dog Girl. They were from kick-ass women.
Yeah, the boners were actually from when we were shaming accusers.
No, I want to know. I need this broken down logically. If like, all right, so if we're in a world now where anyone on Twitter can come out and be like, "Oh, the guy was a piece of shit to me," and you're like, "Hey, dude," like the foreman's like, "Hey, McClinchy, get out of here. You're done. We're through with you." It's like, all right, if we live in that world, it would be nice to kind of come up with some sort of vetting system. That's all, you know.
Yeah, man. I gotta listen to it again. That book, John Ronson. John Ronson, So You've Been Publicly Shamed.
Yeah.
There's a good chunk in there about like literally like the historical context of people doing this forever.
Yeah.
Like we've done this. You put people in the stocks.
Yeah.
You just put somebody up in front of everybody in town. You're like, bitch. Like people came by and like threw cabbage at you. I mean, it's the same thing. And then they stopped doing it because of how fucked up it was.
Yeah.
Like it was traumatic enough that people were like, I don't care if you whip me or I get flogged for this. Just don't do it in front of everybody. I know I've said.
Yeah, but the only way to that is through like a nuanced discussion. Like, I'm not saying I don't believe women, but there are other things. There's nothing's like completely unidimensional, and it's like, no. It's if a woman says something, I believe it, and that works. It's like, yeah, it works for you in terms of you don't get any sort of weird backlash in the short term. But then, like, if you're thinking actually like how many lives are being unnecessarily ruined, blah 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 blah, blah potentially. Yeah. If you're like, well, I don't even want to think about that. It's like, all right, get ready for fucking a hellish nightmare to ensue.
Yeah.
When we're all running on this weird fear program where it's like, let's just kind of ignore the reality of situations and just like not try to get called out. It's like, dude, good fucking luck.
It's coming for you.
Yeah, dude.
Like, and unfortunately, like I laughed at some of these. Mm-hmm. I've already got the bug.
True.
I'm immune to it at this point.
Yeah,
technically,
you can kind of laugh.
I could get a worse strain. There's one more strain that's worse than the strain I got.
Yeah, true.
But actually, there's two more strains. Now I'm thinking about some strains.
Yeah.
But all these comics that are like, yeah, fuck him, piece of shit, all that. It's like, dude, get ready. It'll
man.
be your turn.
Yeah, dude. It's a hornet's nest. You're just kind of like, oh fuck
And
yeah.
people
you
are
throw
like,
a rock.
why is it comics that are getting it so bad? It's like because typically comedians are fucked up. I'm not saying their behavior.
Sure.
I'm saying like all these like people that are willing to backstab each other immediately and so excited to drag people down. It's just think of the open mics.
Oh,
All those people are, first off, most of them are retarded.
true.
All right.
Yeah, if you want to base off that,
There's
nuts,
literally
dude.
like horse girls. There's dudes that are horse guys in there.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
thinking about the Grinch. You remember the Grinch? That's a horse guy. That's who I think of. The Grinch.
Oh,
But
dude, there's no bigger den of psychos than an open
a
mic.
den of fucking like, and not just psychos, like pussy psychos too.
Yeah,
That are little like dudes that weasel in to get pussy.
yeah. Oh, for
That are
sure.
like, I'm a good guy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, we saw all that, but again, it's like,
So people like that's what I mean. Like online, people are like, man, I can't believe how bad comics are. It's like, no, it's just we're probably the only profession where all of our coworkers are delighted to do this to us.
yeah,
Like they're so excited to publicly do this, and they all are the same people that think they need to speak out. These are a group of fucking people that couldn't do anything else.
yeah.
That are like, I need to speak.
Well, it's also the job entails taking verbal risks. Like you go on stage, like I would go say something like horrible about myself, and people don't laugh, and I'm like, shit,
Yeah,
that's out there now. So it's like, it's also the job is going out and
That's out
saying like the most wild shit you can think of. It's part of it of like, how am I going to elicit a visceral reaction out of a bunch of strangers who are expecting me to elicit a verbal, like a bodily reaction out of them? So, your bag of tricks, you start noticing, like, oh, this fucking works. And you start throwing shit out. You're trying to make people laugh. And it's like everyone's watched each other go through that process and then being like, I remember something you said that wasn't very
when you
nice.
used to say bad words to elicit a response.
Yeah. It's like,
But not even that. I'm just saying the fact that everyone like they're like how again they're like I can't believe all comedians are scumbags. It's like, well, I think they're probably a little more so than others because it's mostly drinking and you're at bars every night.
Yeah.
So think if you drank every day, how many mistakes you'd be making. But I mean, you're going to be making a ton of mistakes. But also the absolute losers in this profession that can't do it. So literally the only thing they can do is voice. All of a sudden they're politicians.
yeah.
And they're like, I'm into politics now.
Like, do you
It's
guys
like, really?
vote?
What do you do? It's like, well, I do open mics.
Yeah.
Is that how you help?
Yeah, man. No, it is. It's a comedian, but again, it was a role typically reserved for being like, nobody's talking about this thing. I'm going out. I'm talking about it. People are so like, oh my god, I think about this, but I can't say it, and they all laugh.
Yeah.
And it's being gutted out into like anyone who doesn't absolutely bend the knee to an absolutely idiotic ideology is getting systematically kind of removed from there. This is what it is. So it's like you're going to have one of the apparatuses of like, massive self-reflection. I'm not saying like every person talking about their dick is like totally necessary for society to function,
yeah.
but it is one of the places where you can go. Like if you're in an office, talk about like cancel culture, like, oh, this doesn't affect the world. If you're in an office, you can't talk about like anything ever. So now it's like comedians are being almost like corporatized in a way where it's like you have to abide by like almost like a corporate policy. That's what it feels like. I remember going to an office and like bragging about how I got pussy the night before, and they were like, yo, bro, you can't talk about
Patreon.
Yeah.
That's where you go. And then they look at their demographics and it's all men in prison who are,
Jesus Christ.
That's crazy.
very unpleasant.
That's what I think pleated khakis are for. To
Just
identify
hiding a
if you
great
see a
big
guy in
phono?
pleated khakis, like, oh, I have it. Here he is. He's a pedophile
Yeah.
right now. They're only worn by pedophiles, dude. What you got? You got pleats? Oh, James,
No,
don't
no
let me
pleats.
know.
James,
No,
how's your tummy?
My tummy.
Your tummy and your penis is out.
Thank God you got the straight chinos.
James,
bro.
this isn't that type of show.
Yeah, you got those straight ass chinos.
Yes,
Straight as hell.
I think they give me a more, they draw attention to my beautiful slim legs and not the upper half. That's a big problem.
I have a question for you. Would you rather be gay in Australia or in America? What do you think's better to be gay?
They have a lot of power in Australia.
Really?
I would.
So then why'd you move to America?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. At the start of the trans thing, I thought this is my shot. Now would be a good time to be a trans person.
Trans would be not. You could start over fresh here and go trans in America.
But with your faith,
Oh,
wouldn't
no,
you think that'd
obviously.
be like a mortal sin?
Yes, yeah.
Where you would end up in, where would you go in the
At
afterlife?
least purgatory, minimum.
So you're saying trans people are going to at least purgatory?
I think an unrepentant trans person might end up in purgatory.
Purgatory seems like the perfect place for a trans, though.
I think this is what we cut out last time. I swear to
No
God,
way, no.
I think we got into gay.
I love
Dude,
trans
I think we got
people.
into gay or trans people are going to hell, and he had to be like, according to my faith, yes.
Oh yeah,
That's what
No,
it
but
was.
I think masturbators are going there. Every time I masturbate,
What?
I'm in a state of mortal sin, and I have to go and confess it.
you got to get this clean slate.
Yeah.
I mean,
Also, like coming anywhere
clean
other
slate.
than your.
that's something to do. Yeah.
You
What if
you
you
get
get
to
hit by
come
a
in the
bus on
wife's
the way?
vagina, and that's it. That's the only place
What's
you're
that?
allowed to. You can only come in your wife's vagina, or a wet dream is acceptable. But
Yeah.
that's
What about
That's
what,
the only two.
HJ from the wife?
Not allowed.
What?
You have to finish in your wife. Did you not know this?
It's actually so hot.
It's kind of a good sell.
Yeah.
I thought you could at least spray.
No, you're not allowed to withdraw.
I think in the mega churches you can spray on your wife.
I think the mega churches you're allowed to come anywhere you please.
I think you can
Yeah.
spray in your neighbor's mouth.
I'm certain. Yes, they're all spraying each other's fucking mouths.
It's the Good Samaritan was left there, and everyone was just ejaculating him on the way past, and it was the one who didn't come on the
What if
on the poor man on the
actually the
street.
story?
No, I just
What if you do what? Can you do one of those?
I do
like-
regret saying that.
What?
That's why I shouldn't bring the Gospels into disrepute with the jism.
Yeah, it's just a joke.
We're
They
all
get the
having a
good,
good
the
time.
high ups, the Cardinals and shit would be like, yeah, it's pretty fun.
Pope
Yeah.
Francis would be very relaxed about it. I
Yeah,
think.
he's
He's a little too relaxed.
Yes, but it's not my place to question the Holy Father. But sometimes I have big questions.
He's getting a little relaxed.
He brought out gay blessings. Gay people can now come together and get blessed.
They get blessed.
I'd like to get a gay blessing with somebody.
That'd be kind of nice.
Yeah.
Just get a gay-
Oh, you're saying like it's like a marriage?
He strongly says it's not a marriage, but if two gay men come and they ask for a blessing of their relationship, they're allowed to be blessed.
Yeah, he'll be like,
But a special blessing
Really?
to maybe
I
help
didn't
them
know
not
this.
be
yeah,
as
like
gay.
homo
This was a big.
spirito
You may now suck the groom.
You may 69.
You may now 69 on the altar.
You may lie
How
sideways.
dare
on the
you? How
floor.
dare you speak of the altar in that way? No, this
you
is
may
too
now
far.
two guys get 69.
No, I don't like this at all. You know this is
It's
crook.
a pagan ritual now.
Fuck, I forgot the name of where they keep the Eucharist.
I'm not going to tell you what it
tabernacle.
is so that you
You're
can't
now allowed to
blaspheme
jizz
against it.
inside the tabernacle.
Don't you say this about the tabernacle. I know you're all jokes and having a nice time. That is the body of Christ.
Not yet.
No, it is.
Well, once it's in there.
Once it's consecrated and it's inside, it just
Yep.
sits there, and that's why you kneel. And
In the knackle, yeah.
yeah, I'm serious about the Eucharist. It's my only thing that I would fight a duel over.
You would fight the duel over the Eucharist. That's what's
But
up.
I'm doing some big talk. I don't want anyone to challenge me to a duel. I'd probably be a coward.
No, it's
No,
good.
you
It's, I think it's a good thing. I think people should have some religion or something in their lives.
No, they
you
should
start
have
to
one
worship-
religion in their lives, and everything else makes them worse.
Yeah, you start to worship money.
I can see how that could be done. You can really buy nice things in this country.
Yeah, and it does rule.
Tony Hinchcliffe has 3 thrones in his house, and I did think, as I was sitting on one of the thrones, that it would be quite nice.
Yeah,
to,
you do love thrones.
Yeah,
when I went in, I immediately said
Yeah.
the throne.
you're sitting in worldly powers flowing through you.
It's very Moorish.
True. But yeah, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to use my powers for evil and become very rich in this country and get into violent forms of sexual outlet.
Yeah, I wonder about that. I think the church could drop a lot of the more repressive elements. I think that's high time they drop like just be like, you can joke around, have a good time. I don't know why people.
They're
get
okay with that. I'm very uptight. I'm a convert. I don't
Oh,
have any
really?
of that. Yeah.
Gotcha.
They're also okay if you jack off.
Yeah,
They really are. They go, don't worry about it. Say a fucking Our Father.
true. As long as
The
you
punishments are not big. And
Yeah.
apparently it's not a mortal sin if you're like compelled to, if you're addicted to it. But who's not addicted to
Yeah,
feeling great
dude.
whenever they want?
I'm telling you, I've been better. It's been
Literally everyone in this room just went,
yeah. I think about that all the time. 'Cause I have like friends who are like getting sober off of drugs, and I'm like, if you really like something, like I just use masturbation as my only thing, as like a window into like hopelessly a thing that like you can just never get away from, and it's like, yeah, it's so hard.
Yeah.
If you had to tell me like you just can't jerk off, anything even close to as awesome as jerking off,
oh,
never do
man.
it ever again.
I
It's
never even
like,
thought of that.
yeah, I think about that.
And
all the time.
heroin's got to be so much better than jacking off.
I would think.
I don't know. I hit
Heroin's gotta be-
methamphetamine sex is apparently, it makes
Chem
normal
sex.
sex look like a handshake.
Yeah, I've researched chemsex a lot,
love it.
so it's pretty. It's just I like the way it sounds.
And it's intravenous methamphetamine, so the gays keep the beautiful white teeth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, and they just get fucking jacked up. It's a big problem in the gay community right now.
Yeah.
They're trying to end like meth sex, and it's like, yeah,
It
apparently once you
sounds
start doing
great.
It's yeah, dude.
It's
Gay meth sex.
yeah. I
meth
think
sex.
I was writing the website for a rehab clinic, and I had to write the article on like how we help people get off of chemsex, and it's very hard not to make it sound great. It's like, listen, it's more dopamine going into the brain. It's like 100 times better than anything else you'll ever feel. And that's hard to step away from. The greatest feeling known to man.
Yeah, it's got to be tough. So, but meth gets your fucking boner. I guess it doesn't fuck with your boner.
Then Adderall and meth are totally different because
Yeah, I was
Adderall totally eviscerates your penis. You don't have a penis.
Maybe
Your
there was.
penis
Remember
is
that
gone.
thing? McAfee got in trouble for. It was a thing called MVPD, which was like methamphetamine, but it had a strong fucking boner effect, and he was accused of manufacturing it down in his house in Belize. So he was like writing like detailed website articles about how to make this stuff, and he was like, "I was just kidding."
Damn.
But I don't think. I think he was like making that stuff and getting rock hard,
That makes sense.
like a compound in Belize, and just started attacking the government for some reason. He started funding police forces independently. He started like buying them boots.
You
and,
can
like,
donate to the police.
I mean, Belize, I guess you can. Yeah. Oh, dude,
in
you
Belize.
kidding me? The police are always fucking have their hand out
the
every
police,
time we talk.
yeah, you can do that here too.
They're on this highway with fucking like firefighters do it with like fire boots.
Yeah.
They're like, put quarters in our shoes.
We do it with firefighters because they're good people. But the police, also probably great people.
Why don't you like the police?
I don't like living in a society that needs the police. They've only been around
Oh
for like
my God.
120
You don't
years.
like the lefties?
That's the one thing where I jump in with the lefties and I don't hate. It's when
Nah,
they go,
dude, the police
get rid of the
talking about?
police.
I used to,
And
when
then
I was
what?
younger, I used to be like fucking police.
You
now
can't get rid of them now.
I love.
I'm
the
happy that
police.
they're around but if everyone's in a small village
Mhm.
and we're all
Yeah.
living in the feudal system,
Yes,
we
if
won't
we
need
were
police.
hobbits.
Yeah,
That'd be
if we-
great.
there's no
Yeah, we'd have
cops
wizard,
in Hobbit.
We'd have wizards.
Yeah, we
though.
would have a wizard.
We'd have a wizard.
You just have a neighborhood watch and there's a guy with a gun who walks around and you can call him.
It's the police.
There you go. You reached police.
I don't want him to get paid for it. I want him to do it because he loves you.
Dude, their life is on the line.
I support individual police officers. I think they're great people.
I hear you.
I
You
wish
don't
we
like the
didn't.
idea
I
of
wish we
police
didn't
force.
have to have war.
But when we have war, I'm glad that we
We have
very
soldiers
strong.
and stuff. I wish
Sure.
we didn't have to have soldiers.
I love the police. My wife became a cop and then she retired. And when she was a
Your
cop,
wife was a police
she was a
lady?
police officer for a while. Yeah,
She'd be a great cop.
she was pretty good.
She was good at telling people off at that party.
Oh yeah, yeah. She was very good at it. She'd have to go like past people and like if you see like dudes like standing outside, you do have to be like, bro, get out, like go move.
I would do what she told me to do.
Yeah,
She was also pushing.
yeah.
There was a beautiful stripper who tried to hug her, and she was having none of it. She said, "Get off me, bitch!"
Yeah, that's good.
She
call.
said, "I don't know you." It's like Bobby Hill. It's great.
She wasn't keen on that. She wasn't. That's a lady thing. Ladies hate younger.
Have you
Any
seen-
lady younger than you hate them.
Jerry Seinfeld getting a hug from Kesha.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
it
How
is.
much did you pay for it?
Yeah, nice. Live together, grew
Nice.
together. I was his best man at his wedding.
Oh
Yep.
shit!
This is my guy.
Gave a speech.
Wow.
Give a speech.
Oh,
The speech was
no.
nice.
Concise.
Was it good?
I was fucked up.
Unbelievable.
Were you?
Unbelievable.
Yeah. I was like,
Bud Lights?
yeah,
How many?
I have no idea. A wedding? Dude, you think protect our parks or something?
Yeah. Became an abstract
A
number.
wedding. I like wet my pen to give a speech. I was like, I'll be all right. I'm used to giving speeches. I got up there. I was like, Matt's wife, you're crazy. Matt, you're fucking nuts. This thing might be crazy enough to work, folks. That was it. That was the whole speech. Got hit with an office party in Irvine. And a
Oh.
woman, dude, two women. It was a holiday party. It was during Christmas.
Yeah.
A lady just sat like this. Because you know how the tables are going that way?
Yeah, yeah.
They didn't face me. They faced each other and just went. The whole fucking show. There was an old woman going.
Dude, can I tell you that I tried to do like the ultimate road dog move and invite a dude on stage with me and it backfired.
Of course it backfired. Why'd you do that?
He just yelled at me the whole time.
I do want to go to Butcher and watch them just
You know, fuck the meat.
Whoa.
break down a cow. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. cut it up.
You could do it.
Fucked up, dude.
That's not that fucked.
There's a butcher like right around the corner.
Now, if you went in there like, can I watch? They'd be like, get the fuck
Yeah.
in. They would wave knives at you. They would wave a knife at you, dude.
Also, it's a Muslim butcher,
Ooh.
so they're doing it.
Halal.
Yeah,
You would defile the space.
they have
Really,
to like
Gentiles can't even watch.
point
don't
the
think
animal
so.
in a certain direction or something.
I think so.
They do wild shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gotta
Kosher
kill it a
and-
certain way.
Yeah,
That's
kosher
it.
and halal are
They cut the throat.
similar.
Yeah,
That is funny. They're over there like bombing children, and then they're like, "Wait, hold on, cut the cow to the east." And it's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, how about you guys get your priorities in order, you fucking dumbasses?" There better be something to munch on, dude.
sorry.
So it just reminded me of. So watch. So I'm in Raleigh. I'm with Sid the Kid.
Nice.
We come back. We go
Raleigh.
back. Yeah.
It's pronounced Rally.
Everyone gave me shit for it. It's Raleigh apparently.
No, it's Raleigh.
I like
thought
Raleigh.
It's
I
Raleigh.
like Raleigh, dude. The place rules. By the
Yeah.
way,
Yeah.
I really like North. I'm a big North Carolina head.
North Carolina's the best.
Just flying over it, I was like, man, this rules.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked what I saw, and I went in there.
You
I'm
like
like,
the trees. You like the
Yeah.
forest all around it. It's
I like,
nice.
I like it a
The
lot.
farmer blood had to be.
Oh yeah, big
So
time.
I was eyeing up those
Yeah.
squares from the skies, and like, oh, what I do with
Yeah.
that plot, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of good lumber down there too.
Yeah.
A lot of good lumber, dude.
I do. I watch lumber cutting videos. Sorry, not to interrupt.
No,
Do
you're
you
fine.
Yeah.
Some lumber cutting.
Yeah, you see a machine. They're like cutting like down a big piece of lumber into blocks. It's
it.
awesome.
Really? That's
The
pretty
machine's
nice.
like rotating it and cutting it itself. Big blades.
You know, there's certain
huge blades.
there's certain types of light you're not allowed to use in a sawmill because it creates the illusion that the blade's standing still.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Arc lighting, I believe.
Wow.
Can't use arc lighting in
Yeah.
a sawmill, brothers.
You have
looks
to
like
use
the blade's still.
specific light.
Anything other than arc lights,
It's like putting a smell in propane.
pretty much.
Yeah.
You look like you got a steel blade there. Chop your fucking hand right off, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, how long do you think you last in the sawmill?
I would stand clear. I would
1
just sit
hour.
and watch.
You think you get chopped? You get
I
chopped?
think I get chopped up.
No, I would survive. I would just quit.
Sawmill, sweet. You're just sliding the logs up.
I'm out.
It's a good smell.
I bet
man.
that gets done. I bet first 6 are like, whoa, this is awesome.
True.
Number 8,000, you're like, I wish I had studied.
My downfall is I hate dust. I hate dust.
Yeah.
Hate fucking dust, bro. It's nothing but sawdust.
Well, they got a big vacuum that sucks the dust right out of there. They're not filling that place with dust.
Yeah, Matt, what are you, a fucking
I'm
idiot?
talking about the old school. I'm talking
No,
about the
we're
old
talking
school
lumber.
mill.
We're talking real lumber.
Nah, I'm talking the old
You're
mill.
talking about what you read in a book. We're
I'm not-
talking shit we've seen.
Dude, we went right past the lumber. I passed.
I've been there 6 fucking times.
You went
I
to a
lived
lumber
in
place?
North Kakalaki.
Oh,
the
you
hell
did?
are you talking
You
about?
saw a
What are
lumber
you
field?
talking to?
You ever been to lumber thing?
I've been to Lumberton.
You've been to
Lumberton, North Carolina.
Have you been in the mill?
Man, I fucking grew up in mills.
You didn't grow up in a saw. You never set foot in a sawmill. Did you ever go to a sawmill?
No, but
Me either. I wish I ever did. I never. Went
if I'm
I,
using
mean, I wish I did. I have no desire to have been able to flex on guys when I'm in my 30s.
I'm gonna be.
like,
I'm not.
I
Flexing.
went to mills.
I went to this dude.
No,
It looks like a cool place. A sawmill.
I hear you.
It's just from Twin Peaks. Just from watching Twin
Yeah.
Peaks.
But every time I
Still
go
on.
home, my dad's
Fly
got
is
big into
fucking
cutting
32 years old, dude. This thing, he's on my foot right now.
wood. Yeah, he's
He
been
has-
on every podcast.
I don't understand how this guy's doing this.
He's hanging in. Try to keep. You should make him as a pet.
He's the one I fucking hit.
Yeah, he's
I
still here.
knocked him out cold.
It's
dude.
got to be the same fly. He's slow as hell, dumb as hell. But yeah, dude,
You
I
can't
got
get him.
I got him.
You touched him?
I hit him.
He's fine, dude.
He's
don't
down.
care.
He's
That
down on
thing's-
the ground.
No, he's
you'll
not.
never kill him. But yeah, dude,
He didn't get him.
I got him with my
you
pinky.
pushed
It's
him.
right
Yeah,
there.
you pushed him, dude.
He's flying
I got him with
above
my
you
pinky.
now.
He took it.
You pushed him.
Isn't it crazy the amount of hits like a bug can take? You can flick an ant across the room, and there's barely any trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that exoskeleton, dude.
So
So-
what'd you like? Oh, did you get to go to? There was you guys didn't hit the bars.
No.
There was a bar we went to. Was it with you or was it with Bees? There was one I was eating fucking sausage.
Oh yes,
Sausage gravy every night.
yes.
Was it the?
Oh my god.
Was it a barbecue place?
No, it was like a
Okay.
NC State bar.
We
It was
didn't
like
go
It's
anywhere.
like right around the corner. Yeah.
Yeah, it was right next to it, and I was just
Dude.
crushing sausage gravy every night.
That's actually delicious.
Yeah.
It was
well-
delicious. While you're hammered, you're like this. I mean,
Oh.
3 bowls of sausage gravy.
It was
See
like
how this turns out.
Dude, I actually did the exact.
that
I did the
buffalo
exact
chicken,
opposite. The very first night, I went to an Ethiopian place in order. I thought I was getting it for delivery, so I was like, I wanted to make it worth their while, so I got 2 entrees, figuring I'd share with Sid. I didn't know Ethiopian food. They just give you like you wrap it up in this little like fuck is it called? It's this type of like flatbread in there here. I called it. I was like, can I have the inertia? She was like, it's in the area. I'm like, all right, my bad.
Yeah.
So I got 2 Ethiopian entrees. Sid didn't want anything to do with it.
Yeah. Sorry, I mispronounced that. You're at a strip mall in North Carolina.
What?
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it was
Like
kind
correcting you on how to say something in Ethiopia.
Well, I did ask because I was like
Okay,
inertia and she's like, what? She was just at a loss.
Yes.
I was like, what is that flatbread made from teff flour? She was like, inihira. And I was like, yes, I'll have that.
Yes, thank you. Was
But
she
she was-
beautiful?
Ethiopian women,
babes.
all are beautiful.
Yes.
Dude.
Yeah.
And there was a what's it called? A Tretian or what is it called? Ethiopian. There's also
Eritrea?
a Yeah.
However you say it.
Yeah.
Eritrea.
So
I
Eritrean.
forget.
Eritrean. Yeah. Eritrean. That's what Eritrean.
Yeah.
Eritrean where? The
And Djibouti?
yeah. It used to
We're
be
talking
Djibouti.
horn.
Exactly.
We're
But
talking
yeah,
horn about
Dude, I ate 2 Ethiopian entrees and then went on. It was a mistake, dude.
Wow.
So full.
2 full Ethiopian entrees
And
and then
apparently,
went on stage.
so apparently that bread, the anita, it's made of teff flour, and the point of it is you eat it and then it soaks up a ton of water and expands in your stomach. So I don't get to eat bread all that often, so I was excited to eat this fucking anita. So
Oh, yeah. How'd it treat you? You never eat bread.
Pigged on. Well, it's teff flour. It's gluten,
Oh, okay.
naturally gluten free. So I pigged on. They had so much of it, and I pigged on it, and I was like, oh, my stomach was so full. And the lady was telling me, she was like, this other lady at the club was like, yeah, you eat that because it expands in your stomach and fills you up. I already expanded my stomach with meat. Then I piled the bread, and it was just fucking
Yeah.
foaming at me, dude. I was
Yes.
like on stage Friday night, like, fuck.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, dude.
Every time I'm performing, I'm stuffed. I'm so full.
It's the
Just-
move, dude. You have to eat a lot,
Yeah.
and then the pig out afterwards is phenomenal.
I went on a date with an Ethiopian girl once, and she took me to she was like, "Do you eat Ethiopian?"
Dude, pause. This is something you're going to like. Living with the 3 of us together, me,
Yeah.
Chris, and Tommy, is the loudest all day, every day. Is constant like, farts.
Just body noises all
Yeah,
day
it's
long.
3. I mean, we're dad's age, so it's the noises dads make. Constant sitting down, getting up.
All right, I'm getting up. All right.
What are you getting into? What are you doing today? I'm gonna play some Xbox. Tell you what, these new games, they don't make them like they used to. It's the loudest. Farts, dude, it stinks.
The
It always
ringtone
stinks.
is all maxed out, volume
Everyone,
50.
yeah.
Da, 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 da.
And everybody just.
Dude, my dad's ringtone is like, it hurts your ears.
It's crazy.
It's insane.
My dad-
I
my
think
dad-
he pays extra for
Dude.
like extra decibels.
Yeah, he gets ESPN alerts all day, and then
His screen is like zoomed in, like
got
so
a-
it's like 4 words.
he got a new ring, the ring thing for the front door. So that thing goes off every 5 fucking seconds. And I'm like, dude, turn that notification off. He's like, I like it.
They use all their notifications.
They love it.
They love notifications. They get news notifications. They're like,
Yeah. Breaking.
dude, what's your dad's zoom on? Is it zoomed in pretty hard?
You're right about that. The text,
Dude, it's
5 words.
huge,
Yeah.
that's
bro.
how Voss's
It's
is.
huge.
Rich Voss. Yeah, I'll be sitting next to him, we'll be texting.
Dude, I saw a lady on a Kindle on the plane, and it was just like 4 sentences per flip. It was just like, dude, she was just
Just speed read.
crushing pages.
She's reading like Cards Against Humanity.
I could read it fully from behind. I was behind her reading it alongside. It's like, this book sucks. She was reading like romance novels.
Yeah.
Just zoomed
Why?
up.
Why?
These are perverts,
They're
dude.
constantly, women are fucking
Perverts,
sick,
dude.
dumb perverts.
Perverts.
Yeah.
I always I like to tease
They're not like
people.
us.
I like
They're
to
not
tease-
having fucking gay dreams about their friends.
Yeah, dude, them being, I'm sorry.
We
I'm-
suppress that.
Yeah, well, we're not reading it on. We're not watching on the plane.
True.
You're watching it on the plane.
Speak for
get
yourself,
horny?
dude.
Yeah.
I read gay romance
Speak for
novels
yourself,
every time
moron.
I fly.
My dad called my mom a dumbass this fucking last night.
Really?
Yeah. Something about taking out the trash. He was like, Phil, you have to take the trash out. He's like, I'm doing it right now, you dumbass. He closed the garage door and I was like, oh, Mom, you're going to. And she's like, this is how he talks all the time. And I got to go. And then he comes in. I'm like, Dad, What did you just call mom? He's like, Shane, you're a little fuck. You're like a little fucking girl. All I do is fuck with him. When I'm home, I fuck with him start to finish, dude. I'm like, Dad, what are you doing today? He's like, I gotta do a couple of things. Gotta sign the book. I'm like, you signing the book again?
Oh,
Gotta go to the fucking men's club again, Dad?
sign the book.
He's like, what? Shane, shut up. And I'm like, well, how are you getting there? And he's like, I'm driving.
What?
I go, well, how are you going to get back then? I just force him into admitting he drinks and drives every day.
My mom used to lay on the couch and I would just sit on her when I was little. That's like
Yeah.
she would watch TV and I would just fucking sit on my mom while she watched TV and I would just watch
That's
TV
tight.
with her.
I laid on Phil watching football
That's pretty sick.
too late, like I was big, and I was a big fucking kid. I was huge, dude. I was like 5'8", laying on him. It was like two adult men just laying on each other watching football. He was probably buzzed as hell too. He was probably fucked up, dude. He was probably shit faced. I remember the thing I remember the most is just my head would be on his stomach and it was just constantly like even as a kid, I was like, that's crazy. Something's wrong.
My dad's publicly horny now.
Sick.
It's not good.
Biden had to tone that down.
Publicly horny.
What do you mean he's publicly horny?
He'll like see a girl wearing
see it, yeah.
like knee-high boots and he'll be like,
nice.
not bad.
Yeah, like hit.
Not
you
bad at
get an age,
all.
you start hitting on waitresses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like totally. It's everyone laughs.
Right. Like my mom died and now my dad's like,
Oh yeah.
too bad you're married, huh, Sam? And like pointing to like tens. And I'm like, yeah, Dad, that's all that's
Well, that
stopping
wasn't
that.
gonna.
Yeah, that's all that's preventing this from happening here.
So he's talking sniz now.
Yes, dude.
You
and
gotta
he'll-
talk sniz
Dude,
with him.
my dad, God bless him, he'll be like, yeah, sorry, buddy, I can't come up and watch the game. I'm the head of this grief group and I got to do a one-on-one with this lady. Her husband died about 13 years ago and she's really going through it. And it's like, Dad, just say you're going on a date.
Yeah.
We're happy for you. You did your time with mom. You rode hard for her. Please be getting it in. Because I don't want you to become like a model train guy or like a birdhouse collector. Like,
What are you talking about?
Please.
Put a hooker with him.
hey, honey, you can't be mad. My dad's here. I'm spotting my
I'm
dad.
having a three-way with my dad.
Dudes have done it on Cat House.
You gotta kill yourself. I know. On Cat House, yes. I'm taking my son to get laid. That's the horniest dad of all time.
My dad's worried he doesn't know all the new tricks, honey. So I'm here holding his hand. Ugh, that would
Dude.
be. I would cut my penis off and
Yeah, you
send
have
it to
to-
my mom's grave.
That's a nut.
If you got your dad's ass.
You'd Van Gogh your dick. That is the nut. The post nut clarity of a three-way with your dad is suicide. That's suicide, dude. As soon as you nut, you're like,
yes. Or you
Yeah.
ascend and you're like, nothing does matter.
yeah, true. Me and my dad are like Vikings.
Yeah.
This is like an ancient thing.
is a ritual.
This is what men are supposed to do.
It's like at the end of it where they lock tongues.
We're definitely not reaching the weirdest level of gay there is.
yeah.
Oh, my dad would probably be better at it than me too.
I can't even imagine seeing my dad's face receiving sexual pleasure. That would be so fucking weird, dude.
Oh man, you think it's your dad? So he definitely
What are you doing down there? Oh. What the hell are you doing?
Hey, no horseplay.
Yeah.
My boy's over there.
God damn it! I'm about to come.
He's pissed. Yeah.
How much of them coming do you think is
damn
like
it.
them getting up? It's like,
Definitely.
that's like miniature O face.
Oh,
He'd
Christ.
wink at you too because it's your dad.
He would, yeah. He'd have some zinger.
Not bad.
Shane, let me tell you. Not bad.
It runs in the family.
Shane, I want to go.
Shane, come here. Come here. I'm about to come. Shane. Get over here. God damn it. God damn it.
What if your dad came in like 2 minutes and you went for like a half an hour? Oh, you just sat there. And you were
Jesus
the
Christ, Shane, you're going to hurt her. Slow down. Jeez.
Hey, Shane, save some for the rest of us.
Imagine watching your dad's erection fail in front of a hooker.
Like an expensive one, too.
Oh, that's so sad.